backstage.
Yes, Premier saying never stop believing. That's why we're here in Leicester Square at the Gala Screening of Glee 3D. I'm Andy, your host for tonight, and I'm going to hot-foot it over on the carpet to speak to some stars.
I've gotten proposed to twice.
There's a food group for each one.
Kurt and I mean, we run this whole ship.
We shot a 3D movie.
You're going to be sitting in the auditorium watching it. I did a bit of performing a few years ago, but I find it very difficult to watch something without thinking, oh, I wish I was up there doing that, or I wish I could have done that. Do you think you'll be either a fan or a critic a little bit tonight as well?
I don't think we're going to be critical about it. I think we're just going to be enjoying it. I'm sure it's going to be inspiring because they're all very talented and we're very passionate about what we do. So we love to see people like excelling in what they do. Yeah. And yeah, hopefully, you know, we'll come away inspired and yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
2011's been a big year for you. It's kind of like your breakthrough year, isn't it, 2011? Why is that? You've done a lot of performing with a lot of great bands this year, haven't you?
Yes, I mean, we've been together now for like 2 years, so we've been working really hard over the past year and a half to kind of just get ourselves together and let people know what we're about. I mean, we supported JLS in January, the Saturdays in February, we've supported Ollie Murs and Alexandra Burke, so we've had a really, really good run so far, and we're just so excited for people to get to know who 6D are and what we do.
Everybody's got a dream, and this is mine.
Glee totally celebrates the underdog, and it empowers the underdog in everybody.
Growing up as a young lad, who were your inspirations? What made you want to be in performing arts?
I think the thing that made me want to be in performing arts was a girl called Debbie Southgate. She went dancing on a Thursday night, then I started going on a Thursday night because she went, and I loved it, and I kept at it. There's not one person I could singularly think that person, you know. I remember Leroy from Fame being a person that was cool, and him wearing his shorts over his tracksuit bottoms and being cool. So I'd go to ballet and wear my shorts over my tracksuit bottoms and thinking that I was cool. Looking back now, not so cool.
It was probably the first programme in the early 80s that was like that, wasn't it? Like about a school, about performing arts, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was, and it really sticks in your mind as the breakout show that actually made it cool to do. It was like proper dancing, you know, pull up, point your feet, that kind of dancing, as opposed to now with like people like Diversity that keep like all the hip hop and the cool moves cool. It's the next generation. But I still love the technical stuff though. Still old school, man.
Why do you think Glee is so popular then? Why is Glee special to millions of people throughout the world and performers?
I just think Glee's special to millions of people throughout the world because it's just positive, packed with positivity. There is a negative side to it, but they have a positive payoff. And I think that's what these shows and all other shows need. You need a positive payoff. You know, at the end of a soap, there's never a positive payoff. I switch on at Christmas. I mean, I don't watch soaps for that reason. I don't watch soaps. I live a life that has joy in it. I can't watch a soap that doesn't have joy in it. That's why I love Glee. Snippet.
Do you find that, say if Glee's been on a weekend, that your young performers come into your school and say, look, Kevin, can we do this? Can we do that?
It's really funny, they all come with suggestions of songs they want to do, and it's normally the ones that they've seen on Glee, but a lot of them think outside of the box, so they'll find like a cool like hip-hop tune, and they'll come in and say, can we adapt this? And thankfully, I've got a singing teacher there that plays the piano, and he can do an arrangement for absolutely anything, so he can make it work. I am so blessed with teachers that I have at my dance school that they can actually do that. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Get your booty down here so we can bring this house down!
I am the biggest gleek ever. It's quite embarrassing, I'm 34.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, that's all right. If you say there's nothing wrong with it, then okay.
What makes it so special, Glee? Why is it close to your heart in particular?
Well, for me, Glee is basically my entire life. It's, you know, from when I've started as a kid, all I've ever done is song and dance and acted, you know. And we never had anything like this in my school. I think it's just brilliant television. I think it's an amazing show. And if they did something like this in England, I want to be in it.
What kind of character would you be, do you think?
I think I'm kind of on the kind of Rachel character, you know. We both have big noses, so I reckon I'd fit in pretty well, you know. We could maybe be sisters.
So are you still skating? So you did rather well at it last time, I seem to remember.
Yes, I am still skating. I just finished the tour, the Dance on Ice tour, and I'm hopefully going to keep skating and keep doing it because I love it.
As a performer then, skating, actress, performer, Will you find yourself on stage tonight, on the screen? Would you want to be there while you're sitting in your seat?
Completely. I'll probably be stood up waving my arms around, dancing along and singing along to the songs. Yeah, this is totally my cup of tea. So,
what do you think the 3D element will add to it?
I'm unsure about the 3D element, to be honest, at the moment. I could quite happily sit through it without it being in 3D. I think that these guys are talented enough to carry a show without the 3D thing. But who knows? I mean, the 3D could be great.
The movie.
You're very excited to be here tonight for Glee?
First of all, not only are we watching Glee, we're watching it in 3D, which is amazing. I think any film is so much more fun in 3D because you feel like you're part of it.
What do you think it's going to add to the experience tonight, especially with it being as you a performer and a dancer? Are the moves more pronounced in something like this, maybe?
What, in terms of it being in 3D? Well, 3D means that you're almost pulled into the action. It just takes you to that extra, well, literally the extra dimension. So you're not just watching it on screen. It's almost like you're watching the theatre version of it. So it makes you feel a lot more part of the action as opposed to watching it normally.
Now, your current career, you've done quite a lot of things. Presenting, acting, modelling, dancing, the list will probably go on. But obviously Dirty Sexy Things, very popular. How did you get that part?
How did I get Dirty Sexy Things? It was purely by fluke, really. I was approached with my model agency. My model agency called me up and said, look, Channel 4 want to meet you. They've got a show you might be interested in about following the lives of models around London. And you get to work with Peru, who's obviously an amazing photographer. Had the meeting with Channel 4, and here I am.
What about growing up as a dancer and performer? Who inspired you growing up as a young man?
Well, actually, originally I wanted to be an actor, and it was Brad Pitt in California, which made me want to be an actor. But in terms of actually being a dancing performer, I guess Michael Jackson may have influenced me. He was my favourite artist growing up. And I think it was always my ambition to be on the stage. And my family business was obviously, it was land and property, and I considered that incredibly boring. And I used to be crazy into television. My mum couldn't stop me watching television, and all I thought was one day I want to be there. That's what the ultimate goal was.
The music.
Belle Amie, you must be very excited to come and see Glee 3D tonight.
We're going to be singing our little hearts out in there. We're going to annoy everyone, I can guarantee it.
The kind of person who will sit there, and because it's a musical and because it's in 3D, you'll want to be actually in the movie yourself?
Yeah.
We're
in
going
the
to be
film.
in our faces. We're going to be chair dancing, that's the best thing.
Yeah.
Chair dancing.
Doing our robot.
Aren't we, girls? We're going to do our robot.
Now, obviously you've had a big year. This time last year, you're just starting off, you're auditioning. It's been quite a year since then, hasn't it, since X Factor?
It's really mental when you really think about how much we've done. Like last year we was going on the stage and I was actually nearly peeing my pants. Like I couldn't even breathe to go on the stage, and now it's so weird, isn't it?
How would you describe the feeling of coming in front of somebody like Simon Cowell and a judging panel like that?
It's like being in a film, like you're watching a 3D film.
Yeah.
Like I was just,
Scary.
oh my god, Simon Cowell is there. It's like so. But then it's even worse when he's mentoring you and he just pops out from nowhere like, "Hi girls." I'm like, oh my god, you scared me again.
Yeah.
Have you always wanted to be performers since being young ladies?
Yeah, definitely. Since I was able to walk. I was gonna say since I'm small, but I kind of am still
She's
small.
still small.
Yeah, but since I was a baby, I always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
We all did, didn't we?
We all sung. We've got musical families, haven't
Yeah.
we? So you're
Same
into
as
jazz
well.
and stuff. Your family aren't they, my love?
So why is Glee so popular? What is it about Glee that gets you excited?
Everyone just loves a bit of cheese, don't they? It's cheesy, but it's like over the top cheesy, so it's just hilarious.
you
It's
like
just
it,
amazing.
Everyone is secret closet Glee fans.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
Everyone is.
You love the Glee, don't you?
Yeah, people can deny it, but they are really.
In 3D. Glee, the 3D concert movie.
Well, I suppose I could be his teacher in Glee, maybe. Yes, I'm Andy Oliver signing out for Premier Scene. What a night it's been. We'll see you next time.
Please, save your money. This thing sucks.